So, what happens when Social Security and your retirement checks aren't enough and you're living in another country? You went to that country to save money, lower your expenses, but there's a lot of things that can happen. Inflation rates, the dollar dropping in value if, you got exchange rates and stuff like that going on. Um, just the dollar dropping in value could change a lot of stuff. It could change your rent, it could change what you're spending on your monthly food, And a lot of people living abroad, they're not having that conversation. And with everything that's going on in the world today, you need to have that conversation on if you only have those one or two streams of income, you know, you need to start saying, what if this and what if that? And those are the conversations that we're going to have here on this channel. So, welcome to Income Beyond Borders. Let me just give you a quick disclaimer. My name is Rodney Harris. I am not a financial advisor. I'm not trying to give you financial advice. All I'm really trying to do with this channel is tell you what I'm doing. Me and my wife, we're in Panama City, Panama, um, and we're not totally dependent on those two checks. So what I'm going to do with this channel is I'm going to show you what I do to generate income, but I'm also going to introduce you to and do interviews with people around the world, expats that are not dependent on those two streams. They have figured out other ways to generate other streams of income. And I'm going to do interviews with them. So, who am I, real quick? Like I said, my name is Rodney Harris. I'm retired now. I was in the Navy, got out of the Navy, went and did comedy, traveled around the world doing comedy, started a media company because I'm from LeBron James' hometown. Started a media company, covered him with the Cavaliers, the Heat, the Lakers, NBA Finals, caught Barack Obama coming to our city, got media passes and covered him for like 9 years. So I've been doing a lot of things in my life, but I also understood everything is about planning. You see an opportunity. Your opportunity is to move abroad, but in that planning, the planning always has to be adjusted. And now, with everything that's going on in our society, with everything that's going on in the world, may not be happening where you're at right now, but it's still the world that could impact what you're doing. Um, so we need to have conversations. I'm going to come on twice a week, once daily if I need to, because what I want to do is I want people that are out here that only have those two streams of income. I want them to find out there's other things that they can do. Maybe you see somebody on this channel that's doing something that you say, you know what, I can do that. Let's be honest. Social Security was designed to supplement retirement, not fully fund a global lifestyle. Retirement savings, those accounts are affected by market volatility, inflation, withdrawal rates, unexpected expenses, longevity risks. You live longer than what you thought you was gonna live. You live longer than your money did. So all of that stuff is a reason we need to really, really, really take a look at generating more streams of income. So here's what we decided to do. We made a single shift in our mindset. So security would be our foundation and not our ceiling. Instead of asking, can we survive on those two streams of income? We started saying, how do we build income that travels with us? That's what you need to do. You need to build income that travels with you. Like I said, I day trade. So long as I have the right platform that's international to day trade from, and the right account set up, and internet access that's fast. And like I said, we're in Panama City. Panama City, if you ever come here, if you're here now, you understand it's kind of like Miami. What Miami got, what you have in the United States, you got here in Panama City. So my internet is fast enough for me to be on the market day to day. Hopefully, you'll see somebody on here that I interviewed that you say, that light come on, and you go, you know what? I think I could do that. I think I could do that. And how much money do you need to make? If you're on a budget of, say $2,000, that's what you need to make. And that's, in a month, it can be done. So what we want to do is we want to show you how to build steady income, but do it carefully. You know, like I day trade. I'm going to show you how to do that carefully, because it doesn't make sense if you're doing something because you're terrified about what's happening in the world, and then you don't learn how to do it right. Legally, you don't know how to do it right. Based on your visa, you don't do it right. That's not what we're going to do here. We're going to carefully take the steps that you need to take, show you the steps that you need to take to do whatever it is that you're interested in, and bringing another stream or two of income coming into your household. When you have more than one source of income, your confidence changes. You feel like, hey, you know what? No matter what, as long as I got the internet access, I'm good. And it lowers your stress. It improves your decision making, and retirement becomes strong. If you're living abroad or you're planning to relocate, if you already retired and wonder whether one source of income is enough, subscribe to our channel, because the channel is about building financial strength beyond borders, financial income beyond borders, financial confidence beyond borders, financial marketing beyond borders, financial networking beyond borders, showing you can do it. You can do it. But don't just rely on those two sources. You know, I know that we should. You worked your whole life at that company, whatever company you retired from, you worked your whole life. You should be able to depend on that money. But history tells you can't. Sadly, you can't. And you're in a situation where if you can't depend on those two sources of income, you may have to go back to where you came from. And you didn't leave because you wanted to go back. So to stay, subscribe to our channel. learn some things here on how other people are not only surviving, but they're thriving. Um, Contact us, comment in the comment section. If you are somebody that other people need to know, contact us so we can do an interview with you. Before we left the United States, I watched the content that people put out, and they put out great stuff. Here's uh, all of the party locations in this country. Here's where you live. Here's this. Here's that. And I decided to do something different because the main thing for us was, well, what if we can't depend on those retirement checks and those Social Security checks that we're getting? What if they snatch it from us? So I was like, you know what? That's the YouTube channel I want to do. I want to show people that if that happens, then we focusing on the stock market. We're focusing on investing. We're focusing on what are other people out here doing to make money that's not what everybody else is doing. So that's what we want to do with this channel. Uh, Subscribe, hit the button, subscribe, contact us if you're doing something and other people need to know. Um, get with us. And until next time, this is Rodney Harris, Income Beyond Borders.